Hey there. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can automatically send insights right to where your team works in Slack using Fabi. So I'll start with a quick overview, and then I'll show you how to create a Slack bot in your Slack instance and generate a token so that you can connect to Slack to Fabi. And then I'll show you how to generate a AI summary that's just going to be like run automatically on schedule that you can send to the team. So the sort of overview here, just to go like one level deeper, is let's say you, for example, have some sales data or some marketing data, and you want to find some insights or generate a summary of insights on a weekly basis and share that with your sales or marketing team. Sending that to Slack will be much more effective in general than counting on folks going to a dashboard. Unfortunately, for a lot of us who have been building dashboards our entire career, we know how few of those dashboards actually get looked at or get used because people have to remember to go to them. So sending this to Slack or sending the insights straight to Slack in general is much more effective, hence why this is one of the most popular features in Fabi. And actually, I'm going to switch things around here a little bit. I'm going to actually start by showing you how we're going to generate the AI summaries in Fabi. And then we'll go back to creating the bot token and then sending that summary to Slack. So let's go ahead and let's hop into the product here. And let's take a look at what we're working with. So this is just some synthetic dummy data. You can connect to whatever data you want. In Fabi, again, in this case, I just uploaded the data, but it could be Google Sheets or data warehouse or database. And I've actually, in this case, already asked the AI to do some analysis of this data. So I've said, for example, show me total sales by state. So that's what this is. I also asked it to show me total sales by product category. So I have that here. And I also asked it to show me total sales by product category and by state. So kind of like a combination of the two. And let's say that this is the data that we want to look at on a weekly basis, maybe as a marketing team, and sort of extract some insights and then sort of send that off. So what we're going to do is I have this data stored as a Python data frame, aka just a table called sales by state category. And what we want to do is we're going to create two blocks here. So we want to create a block that will generate a summary using an LLM, and then a block that will send it to Slack. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let me just move things around here. Let's go ahead and click on AI summarization. And let's click on that, which will copy it to your clipboard. And in the input data frame, let's go ahead and paste the name of that table. So sales by state category. And you can rename this if you want. So it's going to store the summary, the text, if you will, as a Python string. So you can rename that whatever you want. So I'm going to call that executive summary. And you can then give the AI a prompt. And so I've been talking about an AI summary so far, but in reality, it's going to be like whatever prompt you want. It's just that the AI is going to spit out a text. It doesn't have to be a summary. You could say like, find like the one key insight. I don't know if you consider it a summary, but whatever you want in this prompt is what the AI will do. So let's say generate a brief executive summary focusing on the top selling states. Show me 5 bullets at most. So I'm going to run the preview. The preview just runs on the first 10 rows, just a kind of like a quick way to see if the prompt is doing what you want to do. Fabi is not adding any additional prompt to what you're seeing here. Unlike our AI agent here on the right-hand side, where like there's a lot of system prompts and things that are going on to make sure the results that you're seeing are useful and correct. This cell is literally just showing. It's just literally just taking that prompt and passing it back to the LLM, or whatever LLM you've chosen here. So if for whatever reason you don't like the output here, just tweak the prompt until you get what you want. Once you have what you want, you can switch over to run mode and hit run, and that will run this prompt on your entire data set. So let's just say this is good with me. Again, if you wanted some, more bullet points, fewer bullet points, you want a summary, text summary, you want some formatting, whatever you want, you can go and ask the AI to go and do that here. I'm gonna just kind of like run with this output now and say we want to send this to Slack. So I'm gonna click here and add another block. I'm gonna add the Slack send one. And what we're gonna do here is I'm actually gonna click on this executive summary, and I'm going to then pass it into the message that we're sending. So executive summary. You'll see here it'll create that connection. And I'm going to send it to our demo. I'll double check that. But I create a channel called demo channel, but this is whatever channel you want. So let's say it's your marketing channel or go-to-market channel, RevOps channel. You can just send it there. But what we're missing right now is a token. So that's where I'm now go back to the Slack admin interface and show you how to build that. So let's go here. You can just Google, I think like Slack API application, and it will actually bring you to this page. You may have nothing in your existing apps. You may already have some apps depending on what you've created. Either way, assuming you want a new app, you just click on create new app and then go from scratch. So app name is demo, pick a workspace you want your app in. I'm going to select Fabi, create app, and there we go. So I created my temporary bot here that I'll delete after this, and the next thing you have to do is you have to give it permission to write to certain channels. So for that, let's go to the OAuth permissions, and let's look for bot token scope here. And I always forget, but I'm gonna go to our documentation where we talk about this. Under Slack integration, I think we need to chat write public. So let's go to bot token. Chat, write, send messages to channels, demo is a member of. Okay, so let's go ahead and you'll also need chat, write. Okay, so added those two for me, great. I do need to install this bot to my instance though. So if I go back to basic information, sometimes it actually, I need to play around with this for a second. Usually a banner will pop up and it will tell you to install it to your instance. But I'm gonna go back here. So if you click install to Fabi, okay, just hit allow. Okay, now I have my token that again, I'm going to delete after this. It should look something like this, XOXB. And I'm gonna go back to Fabi now and I'm gonna input that token here and I'm going to hit, well, you can preview the output if you want, but you can also switch to run mode and then hit, don't need that, hit run. One password is being stubborn. Okay, and now if we go to Slack here, oh, it's called Slack demo. Okay, so let me, Slack demo, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so I have my output here, generated off my data sent by our demo app. And so, okay, great. So we've generated this summary and we've sent to Slack, but now you may want to go and schedule this on a regular basis. To do that, it's very simple. You go to publish, you're just going to publish your workflow. If you scroll down here on the right-hand side, you can hit schedule run, just hit that. Schedule us to run at whatever cadence you want, and then say finish and view report. This today in Fabi will publish a report. You don't have to look at it, you can ignore it, but it will publish a report, but it will also send your messages to Slack on a regular basis. So like one thing that I like to do personally is like I like to just, for example, hide this one because that's not that interesting. Maybe you keep the AI summary, you can even like move that up here in this publish view. You can keep maybe your raw data, you can remove the intermediate tables, and you can actually, it's actually maybe a nice thing to have this like publish report. So you can, let's actually go ahead and do it. So finish and view report. You have this publish report where users can come in, like ask follow-up questions to the AI and all that kind of stuff. So this actually might be a really nice thing to have, even if you weren't thinking about doing that originally. And you can even go and like copy and paste this URL. And sometimes I like to go back to this edit, and I'm gonna go back to my workflow view here. You can say, you can say view, report, and you can like add the URL, and then actually I'll just go ahead and do And there we go. So now you have your message, and it also has a view report. So if you click on that, it will bring you back to your published report that has the data, it has the summary. And again, I can come in here and like ask follow-up questions of my data directly as a business user. So that is that's a connection in a nutshell. A lot of other things you can do. So you can have the Python just like write deterministic outputs as well if you want. Of course, I focused on AI summarization here, but you can pass any prompt that you want related to the AI. So that's our Slack integration in a nutshell. And of course, as with all these features and videos, if you have any comments or feedback, please definitely feel free to drop them down below or reach out to us directly. And of course, if you find this content useful, definitely follow us on YouTube. We're always posting more.